to the Royal Daily Tea YouTube channel. Please be advised all of my videos are for entertainment purposes only, based 100% on my own opinion, my own theories, and my own research. All of my information can be found on the public domain and falls under the fair use guidelines. Please feel free to do your own research. Hi everyone, it's Michelle and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea and happy TGIF Friday. And hopefully it's a payday Friday for you. For me, that's my favorite day of the week, is a payday Friday. Start your weekend off right, having some funds there in your bank account. Unfortunately, it is not payday Friday for me. That was last weekend where I enjoyed a much needed retail therapy. But now I'm counting my pennies waiting for the following weekend when I actually get paid. But we have a lot of royal tea to get through, so sit back and relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get into the Royal Daily Tea. So there have been quite a few stories that we're going to discuss that have been circulating in the news. As you probably heard, Harry and Meghan have had a lot of suspicious security breaks at their Monteshitshow mansion. But a lot of people are wondering, are these actual stories or is it a lot of PR fluff? Because as we know, Harry currently has 2 lawsuits against the Home Office to get the Metropolitan Police protection. So a lot of people, again, these are just theories, are beginning to believe that these are false stories to kind of help him win his lawsuit. Let me read to you an article that was put out by Cosmopolitan. It says, intruders have attempted to break into the California home of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle on several occasions. The reports obtained by The Sun show that 2 security breaches happened within 12 days this year, with a total of 6 security alerts at their U.S. home in the last 14 months. According to the record, Santa Barbara police raced to the couple's mansion in Monteshitshow at 5 p.m. on the afternoon of the 19th of May, which coincidentally was the couple's 4th wedding anniversary, following reports that a trespasser was on the property. Days later, on the 31st of May, police answered a second intruder alert at 3 p.m., just hours before the Duke and Duchess of Sussex boarded a flight to London for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. Now, it's unclear whether the couple or their children, 3-year-old Archie Harrison and 1-year-old Lilibet Diana, were at home at the time of the incidents, which were logged as, quote, suspicious circumstances by the police. Now, apparently there were no intruders found during these incidents, just alerts. News of the security breaches at the Sussex's home comes amid Prince Harry's battle with the Home Office over his family's protection in the UK. So a lot of people are beginning to wonder, are they planting these fake PR stories to make it look like Harry and Meghan are constantly under threat, and therefore they definitely need to get that UK protection from the Home Office. Now, a lot of people are not understanding, including myself, why are they going so hard to get this Metropolitan Police protection for a country that, 1, they don't reside in, and 2, they hardly go to. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Why is he fighting the issue? Because the last 2 times that Harry has actually gone home to the UK were under heavy protection for the Platinum Jubilee. There was already protection in place because there were a lot of high officials there for Her Majesty. So they didn't need to have extra protection just for Harry. Everyone there received the same amount. And the second one, of course, was the funeral for his grandfather, Prince Philip. So again, every time he goes home to the UK, it's usually for these huge royal events that would automatically have royal protection. So it doesn't make sense why they keep fighting and filing all these lawsuits to get Metropolitan Police protection. So a lot of people now are theorizing that Harry and Meghan are trying to get their IPP status, which stands for Internationally Protected Person. This is something that's for royalty government officials, politicians, presidents, diplomats, people who are of high importance in the world, the Pope, people like that, where they go to any country, that country will provide the highest level of security, you know, for free to protect this person because they're an internationally protected person. Well, considering the fact that Harry and Meghan are no longer working royals, they're, you know, the Hollywood Harry and Meghan, the Netflix Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Again, they wanted to be private citizens and financially independent. Number 6 in line once removed, you no longer have that IPP status. So when he has to go somewhere, he has to pay for his own security. And we all know it's getting a little bit expensive. That security can run you $500 to $1 million a year, roughly. Certain countries, apparently the UK, they don't carry. You know, again, I don't know all the rules. But Harry and Meghan really want to have that IPP status, so wherever they go in the world, they automatically have the highest level of security for free. That's basically, in a nutshell, what a lot of people are theorizing as to why they're going so hard for this freaking protection in the UK, because otherwise it makes 0 sense. Literally 0 sense. But I'm beginning to believe it is true. So of course this little PR story comes out. Harry and Meghan are under constant attack. They're not safe in their Monteshitshow mansion. First of all, they live in a very wealthy, well-protected neighborhood. I mean, their neighbor, Oprah Winfrey, is literally down the street. Do you think people like Oprah Winfrey don't have a very secure compound location? They've got security up and down the street constantly. Even to get into that neighborhood, I believe you have to go through a security gate. And you know Oprah, who's a billionaire, has a ton of security. And Harry and Meghan have their own security at their house. So again, why are they pushing for the UK? They don't even live there. Well, a viewer sent me some information about IPP status, and I know a little bit about it, so I'm going to share it with you. Again, please do your own research. We're just theorizing here. But a person with IPP status gets a lot of power and a lot of protection. And let's be honest, that's music to Meg's ears. Power, protection, control. A woman who wants to control the narrative, well, if she gets IPP status, they can do that, and they can do that very well. Now, let me tell you a little bit about a person who has IPP status. According to someone who has IPP status, they get that worldwide protection for free to any host country that they fly to. But another thing is, apparently they are protected by the law. So you can't go sue Queen Elizabeth II. She's the queen. You know, there's a lot of crazies out there. You can't sue her because she's an IPP, internationally protected person. So if they become IPP protected people, so if they get that IPP status, it basically means you can't sue them. And they are the Sue Happy Sussexes, the ambulance chasing royals who literally have had 10 lawsuits themselves in 3 years, want to have it to where you can't come after them. That's what they're looking for, guys. So basically they would be protected and have immunity from lawsuits. Wouldn't that be a dream for the Sussexes with all the stuff that they've done? They would have free security. They'd be protected from lawsuits. They would also have access to Scotland Yard and the CIA files for intelligence, meaning if they have someone online who's saying things about them, they can basically go after that individual and find out major information and shut them down. Does that not sound like a freaking Christmas present for Meghan? The woman who wants to control the world, control the internet, control social media, control what people say about her. She would now have intelligent access to all of this stuff that, quite frankly, she doesn't need to have. As an actress, activist, feminist, non-podcaster, author that she is, she doesn't need to have this access. But she's trying to get her hands on it because they want to shut down free speech. You get it? If you don't have the narrative that they want you to have, you're not going to have one. So it's very dangerous for people like Harry and Meghan to get this IPP status. They are not working royals. They're not politicians. They're not diplomats. And I believe that is why they are trying to get in with the UN. Because diplomats and dignitaries and people, I believe, who are associated with UN or UN ambassadors could possibly get the IPP status. So with the Metropolitan Police protection, if that gets granted, that will help their case. So if they win the Metropolitan Police case, then that's going to help them say, oh, we're super important. You see, in the UK, we've won, that the Metropolitan Police now are protecting us, and we're having all of these break-ins at Monteshitshow. So therefore, here you go, here's our application, and give us the IPP status. That is my theory, and it is starting to make a lot of sense. And apparently, if Meghan and Harry divorce, Meghan will still have the IPP status herself. So to me, it does sound like that's Meghan's, freaking Christmas, Easter, birthday celebration all in one if she got that IPP status, because it would make her this internationally protected person with free security wherever she goes and access to intel to go after and shut down anyone who opposes her, and then no one can sue her for anything ever. Wow, but they can sue you. Ugh, that's a little scary if you ask me, but it's starting to make a little bit more sense as to why they're going so hard for this Metropolitan Police thing. So they came up with that fake narrative. We're scared of the people of the UK. Then they roll down the window of, armored cars or play peekaboo in the window of the Jubilee. Sit at open restaurants, go to the Super Bowl. These people clearly sit down at a parade for 4th of July. Clearly, they're not afraid. The body language guy did a video where that supposed fan who did the meet cute just got real close to Meghan all of a sudden when she posed for a selfie, and how there was literally a huge security gap on the street. Well, if you're so afraid for your life that people are breaking into your home and you're afraid to go to the UK because the awful people there want to hurt you, how is this person able to approach you on the street? There was literally nobody on the street, a huge gap, hardly any security, and this woman got right up to Meghan and says, let's take a selfie. That woman could have had a weapon. You know what I mean? So clearly they don't look scared. They don't look scared. So again, they're pushing for this IPP status because they think they're important, yet they hold no political office. They don't represent the crown. They're not ambassadors. Harry's not even a citizen of the United States, but they're always doing these things now with the UN. So they're trying to get in somehow to get that IPP. That's my personal opinion. It does make a lot of sense. But again, these PR stories that are coming out, I think they're just trying to set the stage for their lawsuit and then eventually the IPP status. So let me know if you guys think that Harry and Megxie have an ulterior motive and that they're really trying to get the IPP status. I really am starting to believe that theory. So apparently today is a really big day in the UK. It is the start of the 2022 Commonwealth Games. The sporting event runs from the 28th of July until the 8th of August. The Commonwealth Games, the spectacular multi-sport event celebrating the diversity of the 56 Commonwealth member states, is back, and it will be the largest sporting event on UK soil since the London 2012 Olympics and a Paralympic Games. Now, viewers can look forward to a wide range of sports from diving and swimming to track and field and even cricket. There are 4,500 athletes from the 54 Commonwealth nations that are expected to participate, and there is a huge focus on inclusivity. Unlike the Olympics, there are no separate para-sport events, and any athletes with a disability are instead fully integrated into their national team. That's amazing. The Games will also feature more women's medal events than men's, in the first for global multi-sport events. The spotlight will be shown on female athletes at the Commonwealth Games for 2022. Now this year, the Games will take place at Birmingham. The festivities will kick off with the opening ceremony at the Alexander Stadium, with other sporting competitions taking place at venues across the city, such as the NEC Arena Birmingham, and the new Sandwell Aquatics Center. Now, which royals will be in attendance? The Queen, of course, will not be in attendance, unfortunately, for the Commonwealth Games later this month. Looks like Prince Charles will be in her place. This comes after the monarch experienced discomfort at some of the Jubilee events earlier this year. However, royal fans can look forward to seeing Prince Charles, as the Queen's eldest son will attend the opening ceremony on the 28th of July alongside his wife Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall. Now, the couple opened the last games in 2018, which were held on the Gold Coast of Australia. Prince Edward, who carried out a tour of Australia for the 2018 Commonwealth Games, going to 32 events in 8 days, he and his wife Sophie, the Countess of Wessex, will also attend the opening ceremony. The Earl is vice patron of the Commonwealth Games Federation. The Wessexes and Princess Anne will attend certain games throughout the tournament, while Prince William and Kate, who attended the 2014 Commonwealth Games, will make one appearance with the Wessexes at the games on Tuesday, the 2nd of August. So this sounds really exciting. Let me know if you guys plan to watch it. Now, the games will be broadcast on the BBC. There will also be radio coverage of several sports, including athletics and boxing, on BBC Radio 5 Live and Radio 5 Sports Extra. This sounds like a really fun event. Now that I'm in America, I really don't know how much I will be able to see over here. Probably on YouTube from one of those channels that will be streaming it. But let me know if you're excited for these games and if you plan to watch it. So that is all I have for you today about the Royal Daily Tea. We talked about the IPP status that I believe Harry and Meghan are really going for, and I believe that those break-ins were PR stunts. And what do you think about the new Commonwealth Games? Are you excited for this event, and do you plan to watch it? Now, I won't have a video for you until Monday. I'm taking the weekend off. We've reached 16,000 subscribers, so thank you all very much. I appreciate you being here. And if you can, check me out on my other social media accounts. As always, thank you for stopping by the channel, because y'all know I drink coffee, but I spill the royal tea. Have a lovely weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Bye, guys.